Last year, we made a 2-hour trip to deliver some hay to our Amish friends. The first load rode just fine. It stayed stable all the way there. So naturally, I figured we had a successful system in place. Then Murphy struck. While hauling the second load, it shifted, and we ended up on the side of the highway, restacking the hay. It was inconvenient and dangerous. There are better places to redesign a hay hauling system.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin McCurry. Welcome to Whitney Plaza Garage, where Gums and Gumption builds dreams.
Today's project is a simple fix for hauling small round bales on a flatbed trailer. Removable stake sides that help keep the hay bales safely and securely where they belong on the trailer and not on the highway. A flatbed gives you plenty of support underneath, but nothing along the sides to keep the load from falling off. Small round bales are by definition round. They will stack, but they do not lock together the way rectangular bales can. Once the tipping starts, the rest of the load can follow. Straps hold the load down, but they do not necessarily keep the whole stack from shifting sideways. The first trip made the setup look better than it really was. The second trip showed us the weak point. Since we only haul hay about once a year, the plan was not to build a permanent hay wagon. I still wanted the trailer to remain a flatbed for other uses, so the sides had to be removable. The basic idea was simple. Use wood stakes in the trailer pockets, add plywood along the lower portion to contain the bales, add an upper plywood strip so the top of the load cannot push through the stakes, tie the stakes together with horizontal braces, add dedicated heavy-duty strap hangers instead of depending on the trailer's rub rail. The individual stakes drop into the existing pockets along the trailer. That gives the sideboards a solid base without welding a permanent structure onto the trailer. The lower plywood panels create a continuous wall. Instead of each bale pushing against one narrow stake, the load spreads its pressure across the entire side. At the top, I added roughly a 2-foot strip of plywood and horizontal bracing. That closes in the large open area where a bale could start leaning through the stakes, and it ties the individual uprights together so they work as one structure. I also added heavy-duty strap hangers along the bottom. Now each ratchet strap has a dedicated anchor point, which makes the tie-down system cleaner and keeps me from relying entirely on the rub rail. The finished setup is not fancy. It is lumber, plywood, braces, and a place to hook the straps, but it gives the hay something solid to push against, helps prevent the stack from walking sideways, and lets the trailer return to normal flatbed duty when the sides are removed. The lumber cost was roughly $200. That is a lot cheaper and safer than losing a load of hay on the highway. The first successful trip did not prove the system was good. It only proved we got away with it once. Sometimes the best ranch improvements come from paying attention to the job that almost worked. Simple problem, simple materials, much better hay hauling trailer, and hopefully no more roadside restacking. Anything worth doing is worth doing well, whether it's teeth, trucks, tractors, trailers, or tools. Thank you for joining me at Whitney Plaza Garage, Gums and Gumption. Why do hay haulers make terrible secret agents? Because it's no secret what they're hauling.